Alright, we are live. I'm going to ping everyone. Gonna just fix roll up real fast. Alright, we got one game. It is West versus East, and I have no idea what they're actually called. Here we go. East versus West. Give everyone a minute or two to pop in. West Side for life. Love it, Sloth. Love it. We're going to give everyone another minute or two to get in here. Hello, Dave. How are you?
Not bad. Just getting all set up here.
Cool, cool.
We doing 10-minute quarters?
We can. Game set up. I've got a date at 7:30, but beyond there, nothing else.
Yeah,
We're going to do clear light winds, and we're going to do it in a stadium because I can. We never play in Carolina. We never play in Buffalo either. We're going to play in Buffalo. I've decided.
Sounds good to me.
So how you feeling about this game?
Interestingly enough, I think the weakness is wide receiver.
All right. Who you got winning?
Who do I have winning? I think it's gonna be hard to get past the DBs of the West.
And God Louis says what's good for asking you.
I need to get in. I need the stream when you get a chance.
Oh, yeah, I should probably share that, shouldn't I?
West Side for life.
All right. Let's
Oh God, I don't know what the end zones look like for this. I thought you had a separate um I thought you had separate cosmetics, but that's all good.
No, sure didn't. I didn't know I was building separate cosmetics. I actually like the blue and the red, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna stick with that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Let's
I thought last season you changed it up.
no.
I don't remember for
Darren
sure.
Lewis. It's Darren Lewis, Tigers DB, who's here in
Oh,
chat.
awesome.
Perfect. Let's look
Awesome.
at the end zone
Love to
real
see it.
fast. See what it is. Make sure it's not a monstrosity, and if it's a monstrosity, I'm just gonna. Perfect. Love it. No notes. Let's do this thing.
What's good, bud?
Also, just as a friendly reminder, any questions about the draft will be summarily ignored except for when is the draft. Any questions regarding who has been drafted, who hasn't been drafted, when they've been drafted, and where they've been drafted to, I will tell you this. GM players have been drafted to their team in the second round. Congratulations, you now know a league. That is the rules. They are perfectly fine.
Wow, spoilers.
I know.
Sam Volta gonna start us off from the 20 for the East.
Eastern blue, Western red, in case you forget.
I'll go to the outside, gonna get 5.
So, Dave, you set up these rosters. Why don't you tell everyone how these rosters are set up and decided?
Pretty much TPS, so meaning TPE spent.
Cool.
Just I kind of went down the line. So the quarterbacks are the best they can be. The running backs are the best they can be, and you just kind of go down the line from there. Unfortunately, we have probably about 5 quarterbacks, which means those other quarterbacks had to play somewhere else. And the best place to usually put those people is on the DL, because at least they have comparable speed and awareness comes in big. So that's where they're gonna have the least bad impact and the most good impact.
And that's fair. Cowgill gets a first. Hello, Cohen. How is it going? Play action here. And incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So which teams make up which side for East and West?
Okay, so we got, for the East, we have the...
Sorry I'm late.
It's all
You're
good.
good. We got the Zebras and the Tigers in the East, and we have the Seahorse and the Eagles in the West.
So it's a pretty good balance then, because I mean, you had the first and fourth place teams. No, second and fourth place versus the first and third.
Yep.
And what a great coffin there by Gino.
Coffin Gunner.
Deep in their own territory.
Tigers are in the
And
East.
Jackson.
It's actually a really simple. I just figured out a really simple way to figure this out. You said Tigers and wait, no.
Tigers and Zebras are in the East.
Zebras are in. No, Tigers Zebras are in the East. Okay,
Yep.
yeah. Then
Cape
Seahorse.
Cape Town and Mumbai.
Yep. No, I know. I'm viewing a map, and the problem is it's a globe, so I'm just like, where do we start? I am not a flat earther, for those curious.
I always mix it up because we're from the East Coast, right?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Me and you are from the East Coast. So I'm like, well, America's East.
Right, exactly. Washington's on the East Coast, therefore it's an East team.
Right.
Deep bomb to Dash Jackson.
In a ton of traffic. What a throw. What a catch.
First throw for Joe Allen. What a bomb.
Dash Jackson.
Gonna fight for 4. 3.
2.
1.
There we go. It's the Dash show. I love it.
Here's Dash.
He took that loss to heart.
Absolutely. And coming in for the tired Dash Jackson is Dash Jackson. See, this is kind of an interesting one. And I know this is going to be weird. And this is just a note for next time, Dave. We should probably put, like, the sub-RB as the fullback as well. Or the fullback as the sub-RB.
That's fair. That's definitely fair.
but the first
Field goal is good.
IKEA Blahaj. This is getting out of hand now. There are two of them. You know, it's funny because I sent that same gift to Adam earlier today.
There's Sam Volta. Pardon me if I get any names wrong, please, by the way.
No,
You're good.
You're doing
I
good so far.
botch 1.5 million names. I try to get better, but
You are in.
hello,
West.
Pasta. He's watching on mute, but there's a fumble recovery, and Silverio.
Slow.
West team.
Sloth just killing it with a scoop and score.
Hey, doctor, I'd like to report a murder.
Sloth with a sloth emoji.
What alliteration alert?
Yeah, it's a sloth sack scoop and score.
Here we go. John Calgo, okay.
Yeah, Cowgill's
Yes,
the
sir.
running back for the East. He was an absolute force for the Zebras. And Scurvylicious, the fullback, is going to get that first down.
I gotta make their banner so I can post them. I'll do that tonight.
Nice. Do you make the banners or just Green Army?
Green Army makes the pros. I have the template for
Devs. Got it.
devs. Yeah.
Well, that's good. I'm going to get the banners up in the store probably this weekend.
Have you like looked into that yet?
Yeah, you can do it.
So okay, awesome. That's really cool.
River Charles will get that one. Yeah, so I'm doing some store updates. I put some in, so the Pride now have their new logo in, although the art isn't reflecting it. So I gotta fix what's going on with that.
Fine, Satoshi.
If I have to delete it, upload them. The Twisters 3-peat hats are finally in the store. Apparently they were just sitting there invisible.
Oh, what a hurdle!
Hurdle by John
John
Calgo.
Calgo.
Boo, Twisters. Green Army, how can you boo the Twisters? We started from the Yotes.
Boo the Twisters, down with the tyrants.
That's the moose.
He's gonna get hit and
Huge
take off.
run there.
Oh, thought he would have got a block, but that guy was a little confused.
Bring back the Yotes. Green Army, I want you to know that every time we play the Mingos, I bust out the Yotes uniforms.
Delicious to the outside. East is knocking on the door. John Calgill up the middle.
Calgo,
It's
1
What
yard.
a run.
short inches.
That reminds me of a Super Bowl.
Oh, I'm glad you appreciate it, G.I.
Calgill to the outside, gets
This
hit,
time
but
he
he's
gets
gonna
it.
force himself in.
Good information. Dave.
What? What?
East. I was asking for permission to do the touchdown announcement.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
I think my fucking mic is killing it though.
that
Yeah,
might
and
be.
anytime you yell, it just cuts completely out.
It just
So all we heard
pops.
was, East.
We figured out what you were on, but Silverio watching the army run by, be like, someone should really tackle that guy. Love it. Love the. It's a team game. Therefore, I expect the team to carry. I've done my part.
Dash dash.
And that is the end of the first quarter.
7 East. 10 West. There's a dash again.
By the way, Dash Jackson,
Hand it to him again.
more yards in the air than on the ground still.
That's, I mean, knowing how his Dev League career had gone, that's pretty nuts.
Yeah. He did get, I mean, credit where credit's due. He got pretty stopped during the, oh my god, another fumble, but this time Phonics recovers it. I mean, he got pretty stopped during the Dev League Championship game.
That's true. And these teams are probably a little bit. Oh my god!
Another
Dash,
fumble.
and they're refusing to go
They
down.
are playing with fire as Dash Jackson comes in to replace the tired Dash Jackson.
Dash in for Dash.
Absolutely.
Ooh, that's a stiff arm. Dash in for Dash.
Yep. And I mean, this is why you saw the Zebras win, is that they were able to shut down Dash Jackson and the Seahorse offense. When is the live
When's the
draft?
live? I've said tentatively for next weekend. It'll be next week for sure, depending on when we get all the way through it. But we're definitely slowing down a little right now.
Yeah. I knew who I wanted, but no. And Jackson tackled behind the line.
Talk to you about that though, if you want.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna say a thing.
No, I mean elsewhere.
Yeah. The one thing I would suggest we don't do for the draft is we don't do it next Sunday.
Okay. Is that Mother's Day?
It is.
Are we almost done?
Yeah, I'd say we are. We're in.
Yeah.
I know
I would say
what
probably
round
the
we're
earliest
in.
we'll get is probably Thursday.
I know what round we're in, so therefore we're at least we're more than halfway done.
Oh yeah.
At least in round 8 by now.
Jeez. If we have an 8-round draft, we're gonna have to expand by quite a bit.
We have an 8-round draft. Yeah, we only have to expand by 2. We just up the roster caps. I mean, that's the thing about sort of roster cap math is like you can float it and change it.
John Calgill.
Expansion. Just don't say the E word, by the way. I want to be very clear. We don't talk about the E word. Ooh, great
Beautiful block.
there by the running back as Senor Banana.
Nah.
Rigged.
Ooh, nice knockdown. E-word, evaporation. We've had to evaporate a couple teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Twitchers are next.
No.
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 Okay, that happened.
And if
Contraction
They just had-
was nuts.
and if you're Colin Porter right now, you are ecstatic. And if you are Colin Porter right now, you are punching the air.
We're only in the second quarter.
I know. It's high winds, dude. It's no good. 52-yarder from Gino.
Wait, who's Gino? Goro?
Goro. Yeah, I've been calling him Gino all season. Whoops. Yosh. It's Yosh. They'll never see this Dash Jackson rush coming. Sure enough, they didn't as he gets the first down.
I'm gonna guess their magical next play, a Dash Jackson rush. No.
Joao, gonna go deep and
Incomplete.
2-minute warning.
receiver can't get under it.
There's a debate as to whether or not the ball that Goro used was regulation. Breeze Ladrian. I think Kel's left the server again. Breaks my heart.
Did he?
Yeah.
Damn. Mouse is perfect.
I'm not commenting on that. Dash Jackson with a huge run there.
What have you gotten yourself into, Slaw?
Joao is under pressure and down he goes. It's Haldorf with the sack. Quarterback turned linebacker for this game. DeVito.
DeVito manages to come down with that.
That Danny?
Speaking of, I know Holdorf said he was interested in possibly one of the GM roles that had opened up.
Yeah, he went to, Recep went with Coach John.
Oh, okay. And Jackson.
So maybe I should have, Jack reach out to him.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say.
Jack said he was reaching out to JoJo today.
Okay. He'll figure it out. I'm just saying, like, I'll mention it to GMs. I know the Vipers also are looking, so.
Yes, the Vipers also are. That's right.
That this Dash Jackson guy looks good. Somebody should draft him. Good news. Every player in the draft gets drafted so long as they are active and in the server. Like, seriously, we have a no active undrafted policy, and it is something that we hold by. And if we have to get them on a team after the draft because we miss them, we do that. There's never been a case where someone sits out because they are undrafted.
I want to make a joke here about the Moose, but I'm not going to.
Don't do that. It never works out well.
So instead I'll make the joke about the Twisties.
Cohen says, I just checked who drafted that, but I'll keep my mouth shut. For all we know, he's undrafted right now. For my next trade, I'll make sure to go undrafted. Spoilers.
The only fate worse than going undrafted is going to the Twisties.
You say that. But, Starchy, are you sure you want to cash check to write checks with your mouth that you can't cash?
I do that all the time. What are you talking about?
Fair enough. How many 3-peats you got?
I only have one ring. Shut up.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Hey, I have none.
That's
I
true.
got the OG dynasty from the Moose.
How many wins in regular season? Green Army, how many undefeated seasons have you been able to close out? I could play all the trash talk all day as Leland Bing gets the first down. And I think they're going to bring out... No, they're going for it. They're going to try and score over the last 5 seconds.
They find DeVito. Oh, he's so
DeVito!
slow.
He's so slow. Aw.
I was talking to the aliens.
Oh.
Well, if we go back in time, they probably have quite a few.
Yep. You got 1 win this season or 0?
Oh, I got none.
Alright. So, Dukeston, explain some of the lore. The Moose have generally had some of the best regular season record. They have had 2 seasons where they were undefeated in the regular season. Both of those seasons, they have not been able to seal the season with a championship.
Yeah. Just to put this into perspective, we're 9 seasons in, and they just got their 10th loss.
Yeah. They are really, really good in the regular season. So I have a joke that I always say every time we play the Moose, which is a true fact. The Twisters have never beaten the Moose in the regular season. The Twisters are 2-0 against the Moose in the championship game, though. So even though we've never had a recorded regular season win against them, we've managed to win games where it matters the most.
Joe gets hit, but he's going to take off. Got lots of room.
Are the Queen's Bishops the winningest team against the Moose? I'm so glad you asked this question.
You got it, or
I can get it.
Me?
Give me 1 second.
Okay. I believe it's the Nightmares last I saw. Actually, we were tied with someone.
I've got to update the scoregami sheet, so I'm going to update it right now. So the game may get a little glitchy.
Oh my. Yeah. Yeah. I wish you saw that handoff.
It was pretty wild. And Phonics.
Gonna get the first and then some. Jackson gets 4.
Oh, that's not bad. I only need 9 and 10. Joel running backwards with that handoff.
He did say the game was gonna get a little wonky here.
Alright, we're back. Well, my scoregami sheet is loading up. It is straight out frozen.
Okay, so go ahead and close it. I got you.
By the way, we've had 244 scoregamis so far. Anyway, the Moose have a tying record. So, I have to add in the Bishops. Okay, so actually this is a great question. We're just gonna do that.
Banana. Sack! Fumble!
And Ring recovers.
McFumbles!
Okay, to answer the question about who has the most wins against the Frost Giant, against the Moose, the Queens have 2 wins. They are 4-2. The Hammerheads, so in terms of winningest, by percentage, yes. But by number of wins, both the Nightmares and the Hammerheads have 3. And a great coffin there.
Coffin corner!
Yeah. So, actually, that's a great question. Cohen, I'm assuming the answer is yes. Do we want the bishops and queens records combined, or do you want them separate? Combined. Okay, that's what I thought. I just want to make sure, like, for example, Dave doesn't want the Spartans and the aliens linked.
This is my Super Bowl.
I went 0-2 with this SCP. Yeah, Green Army, you had bad luck that game. I think we've had a couple of scenarios like that, where we've had someone lose both or win both.
Green Army had a really bad day that day.
He did. I believe his comment was, I planned to be drinking to celebrate, but instead I was just drinking. Dash Jackson with a huge run downfield. He could. He will not.
Wow.
Oh, no. Was it 1 yard short again?
Huge, though.
It's not Queen's Erasure. It's just how it's split. And a huge catch by Cloud Sticky Hands.
Sticky Hands! West, touchdown!
Commentator Jinx. Yeah, absolutely. If we had Phil Pryor in here, he'd be telling you about things that were going to happen 3 seconds before the exact opposite happened. Oh yeah, no, totally. Which reminds me, we should put Queen's throwbacks in for the bishops.
Oh yeah. Cowgill. Oh, breaks a tackle. Might have got the forward momentum. He did.
First down, East.
Thank you very much for the follow, Astron. Much appreciated.
That's a broken sack.
Ooh, Dukeston, that's a great question. I was wondering if they'd be coming in as bishops or if they'd be coming in as, with another clergy pawn. You know, they could be priests or pawns.
Fern finds Satoshi for the first.
Or the captains called cardinals? There's the real question. And is Cohen the Pope?
Probably not a good time to be asking that.
Well, I want to know. This is actually a really important question. Cohen, do you have to have War Room meet and deliver smoke, a white or black smoke, whenever you have a change in, like, War Room or quarterback? Or how's that going to work? Altar Boys. Fern with a great throw and deflected there. Yeah, so yeah, Cohen, my question is like, when the DeLuca era of quarterbacking for the Bishops ends, because I'm assuming you're not stepping down anytime soon, do you get your war room together and just like put out black or white smoke depending on when you decide which your new quarterback will be in a competition?
And from deep again, this time he's gonna make it.
Is good for the East. Goro Akechi.
Why are we running on third down? I'm so glad you asked this question, Pasta. The answer is both scheme. The East went with a more run-heavy scheme. And, no, sorry, yeah, the East went with a more run-heavy scheme. And also,
Vito gets some blocks.
Also play calling, probably.
Yeah. I still have to say, Amazon did the most I think my favorite statistic about the passing of the Pope is Detroit Pistons playoff losses and wins.
The what?
Okay, so throughout the entire tenure of Pope Francis's reign as Pope, the Detroit Pistons never won a playoff game. They won all their playoff games before he was Pope, and hours after he died, they won their playoff game.
The fuck?
Yeah, it's wild.
You saying Detroit murdered the Pope?
No. But it's just a really fun coincidence. It's like, correlation does not equal causation, just to be very clear here. But
I know,
a while
I'm
back
just,
when I was doing
like,
product management...
I just found that so weird.
Yeah. Jets never made the playoffs. That means it's our time, Cohen. That means it's our time. But so here's an interesting fact. So we looked at we were looking at we had 3 sets of data in my product management course, and I got bored in the middle of it. Not bored, but just I'm like, yeah, I could do this, or I could have absolute fun here. So I did that, and so 2 of the possible charts were Bigfoot sightings by location, and it was about SQL databases and everything. And music top 40 hits by artist and different genres. When Coldplay has a hit in the top 40, the sightings of Bigfoot go up.
Fuck?
Yeah, it's your wildest correlation. Sack, he's going down.
The 1 yard line, right?
Yeah.
Aaron Ford.
Damn, big boy.
Bigfoot is a big Coldplay
3rd and 12.
fan, yeah.
They're gonna have to throw it. They should do it again. No? Oh.
It's well over.
Because of how much time there's just
left. It's that time. Great punt, though. Yeah. Green Army. He is the Crabs GM, Southwood. I love him. He unfortunately left the server.
He did, but he was updated when I
I spoke with him. He just felt like he was getting burned out by a lot of sillies. He's like, I've dropped everything but PvE.
Fair.
And I'm like, fair.
But yeah. On the other hand,
his co-GM is Justin Fern, who did not leave the server.
Who did not leave the server.
And as the Lunar Base Space Rangers GM, I gotta do so much work. So much work. So, I mean, I have a history. By the way, if anyone wants to talk to me about losing playoff games, let me tell you about my tenure as the Providence Crabs GM. I was the original. Well, co-GM, with Chess. I did most of the work. Chess won't even deny that. We managed to lose something like 5. I think we had, the most division titles for the longest reign, and we never managed to win a World Series for a lot of them. They're a cursed franchise. I love them so much. So when the Lunar Base opened up and I was like, a chance to run the Crabs of the other side? Heck yeah. So. But I love the Crabs. I have stories. I know more about where the bodies are buried in PvE than probably most people, which is scary.
Banana.
And there, speaking of Fern, there's Fern. Fern, having all the time in the world, decides, I don't like what I see, and is going to take off. He's got 55 speed, but he's able to get quite a run there. River Charles.
Zach.
I'm surprised neither of my
Limu.
Do I still want on the Vipers? Oh, in my scouting of Limu, he said, this is the exact reason why I want to be on the Vipers. As Borio is going to get in. And I believe Borio was just named as Flamingo's co-GM.
Yes, sir.
Senor Banana gets them a fresh set of downs. That's going to probably ice the game. Well, no. East has the ball. Never mind. I can't keep track of who is which team.
You see how they're the EST, there's blue behind it?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Look, the logic is sound. It makes sense. I'm just stupid. There's
I'm
a
just
great
kidding.
meme my wife and I send to each other, which is just like a raccoon walking into a pool, and it just says, I may not be smart. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
There's no but.
Carvalicious.
Oh no, it just says, I may be stupid. That's it. Fern trying to get a touchdown, and instead is going to find Bateman.
There he
Green
is.
Army is going to seal this game.
Oh, I thought he got out.
I thought he got out too. Apparently not.
Yellow down.
Cohen, just in time.
I'm right here.
You are here just as the game ends. I love it.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh man, this is looking like a blowout. I should join.
Yes.
And join in on the fun, really interesting conversations right here.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Going out on a date with my wife tonight. So excited.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What you got planned?
We're going out to dinner. There's this great spot right on Long Island Sound that we always like to go to.
Hey.
78
Hell yeah, that
degrees,
sounds
like it's
really
perfect.
Cool. Yeah.
And it's
Ooh, I
payday,
got
so we can
fruit.
actually afford it. Woohoo! After I took my cat to the vet. Ugh.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Fine. They
Fine.
looked at him like the swelling had already gone down by the time we got there. But it's like it's one of those things. Like if it was a Tuesday, I would have said we're just gonna let it ride for the day and just see what happens. But because it was a Friday, it's like I gotta see what. Like I actually have to go to the vet because it's his eye. And otherwise, then I'm waiting till Monday.
Right.
So.
Are you good with those game MVPs? Because I mean,
Yeah, I'm good with them. I
Jackson
can't think.
was the one I would have picked, and then Silverio's touchdown is
Sack scoop,
pretty huge.
score, sloth.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. We will see you next week for our prospect game and our draft.
We got prospect game, we got draft, we got Pro Bowl.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah. So we'll get started on the draft for that. I'm assuming you know what's going on, Cohen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are gonna draft from the Pro Bowlers.
Mm-hmm.
And then, speaking of TLK,
Hmm?
do you think that we should kind of change up the
Uniform.
cosmetics there to
We might.
like kind of reflect the bishops and the moose?
No, we're going to have. Ooh, yes, I've got it. Empire State Queens versus Toronto Rush. Don't ask any questions.
I'm not.
I think that's
Wait,
I think it's
why
perfect.
That's actually kind of cool.
why
Yeah,
the
that's a great
rush?
idea, actually.
What a rush! Battle for Canada.
Oh, okay, right.
Or we could do the Victorious Lions.
I was thinking something more tied to Adam, but that's fair.
Oh, I mean, we could do. We did the Silver Eagles before, though.
That's true. That is true. Well, you do the Wallabies.
No, we can't do the Wallabies. The Wallabies are untouchable. We don't.
Well, that and Adam left in a with some chaos.
Yeah, but I'm a VVL. All right, I'll see if I still got the Victorious Lions branding lying around somewhere.
And yeah, I think you probably do, or it's in one of the offline files
Yeah.
that maybe exists. Who knows?
Who knows? We'll figure it out.
The lost
Yeah.
tapes.
You may or may not know that Cohen is a genius.
I know Cohen's a genius.
Am I a genius? Am I?
A defensive genius, at least, right?
Yeah, I guess. It's just roster building.
Or I can whip something up. Team Adam versus Team Cohen. I don't know. I'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'll see y'all later.
See ya.
See ya.
Yeah. Catch you later.
Thanks for joining.
Thank you for joining. I'm gonna turn off
Thanks
the
for
stream.
streaming.
Oh wait, Dave. Actually, one thing before I do.
Yes.
When are the Pro Bowl teams being announced? Pro Bowl players being announced.
Players. So I'm gonna close the voting form tonight.
Okay, so be sure to get your Pro Bowl votes in if you haven't yet.
Yep, and I mean I could do it that way. I was gonna wait till the teams got drafted to
Okay, that works too.
announce the teams, but
Yeah, it's
even
your
just
call.
announcing the players
Nah,
is
you do
fine
it your
with me.
way. Don't let me dictate things.
Well, I mean sometimes you need to because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, but you got this one. This one's fine. I'm not. I'll tell you when things are stupid. You know that.
That's fair. That is fair.
All right, I'll see y'all later.